Right, so I filmed this yesterday and it was an epic fail basically. The files couldn't get uploaded to my computer, so everything that you're going to see here is makeup that I've already pulled for the week, because I've already put the other makeup back and obviously shot my stash. So just let's go through what I've pulled for the week. Obviously this stays in. It's not in an official project pan, but I really like those shades in the palette. So yeah, they're really good if you can't find crease shades in a palette that you're using. So that stays in. And then we've got the Kylie Burgundy palette from last week. Let's just pull this to the side so I can show you. Right, so this is what it looks like. Everyone by now will know what this palette looks like. I did a few looks with it, used it for about 3 or 4 days maybe. So I've used that top row there, then the middle row. The only row I haven't used is that row here, and I think I'm going to try and do a look with that today. And then it will probably go back in the collection. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I really like this shade here, but it's not as pigmented as I would like it to be. That could be due to the age of the palette. I have had it a while now. I think I will keep it in the collection just because it cost me so much, guys. For that little £9 palette, it cost me so much to get it to the UK. Yeah, I had to pay obviously the shipping fees, then the price of the palette, and then there was custom fees as well. The custom fees were absolutely astronomical. I didn't just buy this, I bought some lip kits as well, so I had to pay for them on top. I don't even have those lip kits anymore. I've like given them away, but this has stayed in the collection. So yeah, I think I will be keeping it, even though I'm not exactly made up with it. And then we have pulled the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a palette, and it's the Natural Beauty one, so it's the first palette she ever came out with. It really is pretty. So I pulled it mainly for the face products, the bronzer, the blushes and the highlight, but I do want to do a look with the eyeshadows as well. Just get a little bit more use out of it, because like the Kylie palette, that is quite old as well. Then I pulled this one. This is the Too Faced Eggnog Latte. It was from a Christmas palette a few years ago now. I think it was a couple of years ago, I'm not too sure when. So this is what it looks like, and I've said before, the eyeshadows I'm not too impressed with, but I didn't use glitter glue with them last time. I have got some Too Faced glitter glue in the bathroom. I really want to see if this Central Perk can work. If I can't get that to work, I think I'll end up decluttering, well, just taking the blushes in like face products out of these palettes. Yeah. It's a shame really, because they are really cute palettes. I love Too Faced packaging, but if I can't get it to work, I don't want to keep packaging in my collection. It's thin though, you know, it's not as if it's really thick. And then the last palette I want to make use out of, I've not used this, guys, I've had this ages. It's the Revolution and Imagination eyeshadow palette. I got this the same time I got the Revolution and Imagination Highlight to the Moon palette. And if I can get it open, you'll see how it... Let's turn this light off. You can just see that they haven't been touched. Maybe I've swatched them. I was saying yesterday when I filmed the first video of this, I can't wait to actually use those 3 eyeshadows down there. So Honeybee, Mills and You Know, they look brilliant. I don't think that butterfly shade, the really light blue's not really calling me, and Forever Friends not calling me either. Maybe that'll make a nice corner highlight. But yeah, I just want to see what I think of this. So that's that. Can't get it back in. Right, so that's what they look like. Right, so that's what the blush looks like. I mean, how pretty is that blush? It's like one of those ombre type blushes, but I don't know if it's still good. When I did some swatches on my blushes recently, it didn't seem as pigmented. So that's just normally an indication of things that are going bad. So I do want to try it. I don't just want to get rid of it for the sake of getting rid of it. So I'm going to try it this week and see what I think of it. It might still be okay. I bought it off someone that was selling this blush, and I've not used it that much. So yeah, I do want to get a little bit more use out of it if I can. If obviously it's gone bad, then I'm not going to get any use out of it. I'll have to just put that in the bin, but that would be a very, very sad day. Right, and then we've got these two like eyeshadows, single eyeshadows that I pulled last week and didn't use. So we've got the Urban Decay Solstice. I absolutely adore this. And then we've got the Dose of Colours single eyeshadow as well in Teal Me More. Guys, it is so, so pretty. I need to swatch this so you can just appreciate how pretty these are. So that's what it looks like in the pan. And it's one of those duochrome single eyeshadows, and when you go in certain lights it turns a different colour of blue. So yeah, I absolutely love that. I don't know if it's picking up quite on camera how I want it to. Let's try and... it's focusing on too much, that's what it is. But yeah, I absolutely love it and highly recommend these, but they are quite expensive. I think they're about £15–16. I didn't buy this, I got it as a gift, but they do a Black Friday sale and obviously they'll be reduced. I do want a couple more colours. I wouldn't mind some of the gold colours that they do in this particular block party collection, but I just can't justify spending that amount of money on one single eyeshadow, even though I did spend it on this. But this is a bit of a different eyeshadow. It's, again, it is a duochrome and it's just pretty. But yeah, they're the two eyeshadows that I'm keeping in. Right, and then we've got all these face products. So I pulled this Spackle Hydrating Moisturising Makeup Primer just because it is a really good moisturising primer, and you don't always necessarily have to wear moisturiser underneath, so that's good for that. So I pulled that for this week. I've also got the Prime Time Burn Minerals primer for when I run out of the MAC one. Where was it? Yeah. As you can see, the MAC Prep and Prime is nearly finished, so I will probably cut this at one point and try and get every single last drop out of it. So that's that. Then we've got the Body Shop Vitamin C Instant Glow Enhancer. I use this on the daily, just over the top of the moisturiser. The moisturiser I've been using is this Nivea Daily Essentials 24-hour Moisture Boost and Nourish. I only use one moisturiser at a time, and this one's nearly finished now. Maybe another week or so out of this, and then I'll have to pull the other one that I've bought. As I said earlier, I do have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I've not used it yet, so I do want to see how this plays with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Powder. My shade is in Soft Ivory, and that one was the lightest shade you could get. I've also got this NYX eyeshadow base. It's just in the shade White. I've got a W7 one just like it, and I normally pull the W7 one in rotation with the Essence eyeshadow base primer, but I saw this in my drawer and I thought, well, I'd like to see if this is any better, just because it's slightly dearer than the W7 one. I mean, they should both work the same way, but yeah, I want to see how this is for the upcoming week. Then we've got this Bourjois City Radiance foundation. I wanted to pull 2 foundations just in case the Wet n Wild one didn't work, and I didn't want to be left with it all week. I've also pulled this Rimmel Good to Glow again. Had this in the collection, well, in the makeup drawer a few weeks back, and I really enjoyed using it. It's in the shade 001 Notting Hill Glow. Whoops. The concealer I'm using at the moment is this Collection Lasting Perfection 16-hour concealer, and I only use one concealer at a time. I've just taken the stopper out. Just show you. So yeah, we've taken the stopper out of that and are working on the last bits of it, even though it doesn't look, you know, there's no like windows or anything that says there's not much left. Normally you get about 2 weeks, maybe more, once you've taken the stopper out, so I don't foresee me pulling another concealer in, like, for another couple of weeks at least. And then we've got this e.l.f. shade adjusting drops just in case I need them. I don't actually like using them, no, I've said that before, I don't like using them, so I probably won't use them. I'm hoping I don't need to use them. So yay, finally guys, I got to this Garnier Skin Active Moisture Bomb tissue mask. It's really nice. Yesterday I put it on and I was thinking, I'm always saying in my Shop My Stash videos I just didn't have the time to do it, but you can find 15 minutes. So yeah, I just basically relaxed for 15 minutes and put this on. It's really nice but super cold when it goes on. My face didn't know what had hit it. Really nice and moisturising. The serum though was a little bit tacky, so after I put this on and it had dried down, I just put some of this moisturiser on, just the normal Nivea Daily Essentials moisturiser, and then the foundation I was using yesterday was the Primark foundation stick, and it just peeled up, so I had to take the whole entire foundation off. Luckily I always do my base first and then I had to do my whole makeup again, but it wasn't such a big deal. Then we've got these are just for your under eye, so I pulled them this week, and also a nose strip. It's the Tea Tree Deep Cleansing Nose Pore Strip with Skin Calming Witch Hazel. So yeah, I thought I'd pull both of those. I haven't pulled another sheet mask just because I only want to do them once every 4 weeks, maybe even once every 2 weeks at the minute. Yeah, that's all I want to do, because I really had to, well, I was really struggling to find time to do it. Here we've got my pencils, so we've got my lip liner, my brow pencil and my Essence eyeliner in brown. Really love that. Then I've got my mascara that I'm working on at the moment. It's just a sample size of the Urban Decay Perversion, and it's lasted so long. I absolutely love this mascara. And then I pulled this glitter out. It's a sample size of a matte glitter, I believe. And obviously with it being Halloween tomorrow, I'm doing my niece's makeup. Yes, so my sister's asked me to do her makeup. She's dressing up as a skeleton. It doesn't look that difficult, the makeup tutorial that I've looked at, so hopefully I'll be okay with it. I'm okay with everyday makeup, but when it comes to doing like SFX makeup and things like that, I've never actually tried it, so wish me good luck there. I'm thinking about maybe filming it, but I'm not 100% sure on that, because my sister might have to do that for me while I'm actually doing the makeup for my niece. So I'd have to ask her if she's okay in doing that. And if so, and if it turns out relatively okay, I might upload it. So yeah, you might be seeing that soon. But yeah, this is everything. Let's just put everything back and I'll show you. Right, so here again we are. So maybe this will be 4th time lucky. So I filmed again about 10 minutes ago, filmed the entire thing, and it's missed like products off, like the powders and like the highlighters and blushes. So I just want to go through that again with you, and then hopefully it will upload. So quickly, we've got the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Can't really see it because I've got the light on, because it's another dull day in the UK, but it is the Secret Brightening Powder in shade 1. Then we have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Press Powder in the shade beige neutral. I pulled this because I've got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I've had it a while, but I've just not used it. So yeah, I thought I'd pull that as well. It is a really, really nice powder actually. When I first pulled it, it developed quite a lot of hard pan, but can you see how nice and smooth it is? Really, really like that. And then we've got the e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder. This is another powder that I really like. The reason I've got so many powders is because this one is a finishing powder, and that one will probably always stay in my everyday makeup drawer until I've used it, and then I'll probably buy a backup. I just want to show you how sheer it is. Look, you can barely see it, which is great from a finishing powder. So there's that, and then there is this one by Number 7. Now this one was on sale yesterday, 25% off. I've heard so many people talk about this. They do it in 4 shades now. So they do the translucent, which is what I've got, and then they do the light, medium and dark shades. So it's the perfect light loose powder, and it says this light diffusing powder blends evenly onto skin, reflecting light to smooth and disguise flaws, with vitamin E and provitamin B5 to cure and condition, and hyaluronic acid to help keep the skin hydrated. That's one of the reasons I've got it, because I need my skin to feel like it's hydrated. At the moment it's severely dehydrated, even though I drink so much water. Yeah, it's just not good at the minute. I'm getting pimples and things as well. So I thought I would try this, and especially as it was discounted as well. I don't exactly need another powder to add to the collection because I've got quite a lot, but so many people have raved about this, and compared it to the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I've never used that one, and to be honest, the Laura Mercier under eye brightening powder is putting me off even trying it. But also it reminds me, just in the description of what it says, it also reminds me about the Hourglass one. I've not got that one either, the Hourglass Veil, which I do want to try at some point. But just the way it says, how it is light diffusing and blends out like all your flaws and things like that. So yeah, I do want to give this a go. Blushes, this is one of the ones that I really do want to give a go as well this week. I've had this a while in the collection. Before I had it, somebody else had it and I bought it off her. So I do want to see if it's still okay to use. So that's one of the blushes. So then what I've actually pulled is this Too Faced Candlelight Glow in Rosy Glow. I got this in a set one Christmas, and I just want to see if it's still okay. So we'll use that. And then also we've got the e.l.f. Moonlight Pearls, really, really pretty highlight. We've got Laura Geller Honeysuckle, Honeysuckle, and we've also got a couple of blushes in the Charlotte Tilbury palette that I pulled as well. And then we've got this Natural Collection bronzer in the shade Sunshine. These bronzers, guys, are so nice. They're really, really nice and pigmented. And then we have this I Heart Revolution Sprinkles palette. It's in the shade Frosted Cupcake. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping it in the collection, to be honest, guys. I might pass this on. I'm sure last time I used it, I've only used it once, but last time I used it, I only really like this white shade here. And if that's the case, I'm not just keeping hold of it just for one product. But yeah, that's everything there. And then we've got the Urban Decay Solstice eyeshadow. These are in from last week. And then the Dose of Colours in Teal Me More. It's one of their Block Party eyeshadows. And guys, I need to open this so I can show you. It is absolutely stunning. It's mainly an eyeshadow really for when you want to make a big impact, when you're going out on a night out or something like that, or a special occasion. It is so nice, and it's a duochrome, so from each angle the camera's not really showing it up to what I want to show it up like. That might be a little bit better now I've turned the light off, but from each different angle of the light, and it turns a different shade of blue. It's really special, and I can't wait to use it. I'm hoping I'm going to get to use it this week, even if it means me having to keep some of the eyeshadow palettes in, like the Imagination one, an extra week. I've been doing that anyway with the Revolution palettes, just because you get so many eyeshadows. So yeah, this is everything. So you've got all that there. I don't want to stop the video and like come back, because I've been doing that, and that's what's the footage is not like being, it's messing up basically. So yeah, this is everything. So we've got all that there. That's all Project Pan, face products, and then there's a few bits and pieces there that I want to use, and then obviously my face powders here. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to upload this. The battery is really low at the minute, so I'm just going to go away and save this to my computer, and hopefully I'll be able to edit it and upload the video. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.